Genesis chapter 18. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes, and he looked unto, lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door, and he bowed himself toward the ground. And he said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourself under the tree. And I will fetch a morsel of bread, and comfort you your hearts. After that you shall pass on, for therefore are you come to your servant. And they said, So do as they are sent. And Abraham stayed into the tent unto Sarah, and said, Make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal, knead it, and make cakes upon the hearth. And Abraham ran into the herd, and fetched a calf tender and good, and gave it into her young man, and he hasted to dress it. And he took butter and milk, and the calf which he had dressed, and set it before them. He stood by them under the tree, and they did it. And they said unto him, Where is Sarah thy wife? And he said, Beyond in the tent. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life, and lo, Sarah thy wife shall have her son. And Sarah had it in the tent door which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old, and they were stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. And therefore Sarah laughed with herself, saying, After I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? And the Lord said unto Abraham, Wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I of surely bear a child, which am old? Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the time appointed I will return unto thee according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. Then Sarah denied, saying, I loved not, for she was afraid. And he said, Nay, but thou didst laugh. And the men rose up from thence, and looked toward Sodom, and Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do, seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and a mighty nation, and all the nation of the earth shall be blessed in him? For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord, to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he had spoken of him. And the Lord said, Because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is coming to me, and if not, I will know. And the men returned their faces from thence, and went forward toward Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before the Lord. And Abraham drew near, and said, Wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein? That be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked, that the far from thee shall not the judge of all the earth do right? And the Lord said, If I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sake. And Abraham answered and said, Behold, now I have given upon me to speak into the Lord, which am but just ashes, dust and ashes. Peradventure there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for the lack of 5? And he said, If I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. And he spake unto him yet again, and said, Peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. And he said unto him, Go, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there shall that be found there, and he said, I will not do it if I find that there. And the Lord said, Beyond now I have taken upon me to speak into the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. And he said, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak it, but these ones, peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abram, and Abram returned into his place. That is the end of chapter 19. We see where Abraham is talking with God. But it seems that in the past, God used to visit people in person. I don't know what happened today. But in the past, they used even to communicate, like God in person. They used to communicate with people. So he appeared to Abraham. Abraham made a feast for the Lord, and then he said that Sarah would get a son the next time they would meet, that he would be having already a son. But Sarah was old. He was just old, so he was just laughing like he could not believe, but anything is possible with God. So after that, he went to Gomorrah. He was going to see if there is anyone who is perfect, like who is all the offspring in Gomorrah. So Abraham was just convincing the Lord not to destroy if there is any perfect, any righteous person there, because it's not going to destroy the wicked and the righteous at the same time.